What is good, my ninjas? And we back at it with another Fantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis video. And today we're going to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly, which is the braver. So let's get into it. So like I said, we are going to talk about the good and the bad and the ugly, which is the braver, the one class I've been waiting for since this game has dropped, and just immensely just disappointed. Now I have given my thoughts on the braver just with the little time that I did have with it. I gave my thoughts on it, and even then I wasn't blown away by a lot of the move sets that it has currently. And the thing about it is that I was just hoping that maybe like after just coming, taking a break, coming back to it, that that I would play with it some more, and eventually I would love it just as much as I love the braver in PSO2. But unfortunately, that was not the case. The case is that this version of the braver is extremely watered down, and I'm not sure if it's just because of the simple fact that they just don't have any photon arts, which I would hate for them to essentially be putting out a sequel to this game only for them to basically put this game out like they did with the PSO2, its predecessor. I'm hoping that they're not doing that with the slow trickle of content, just because that is not a good way to keep everybody. I mean, of course, the bouncer just came out and everybody just kind of just hopped on the bouncer. But just for right now, there's still not enough content in the game, as well as just content for our characters. Ergo, with the point system for the skill trees, the photon arts. I mean, like, even just with the level, I mean, we're just at 20. We're only at 20. And just me and my partners have rolled through a lot of the content for it. So just with the braver, I feel like they should have busted out at least about 3 or 4 photon arts for all the characters. I mean, because essentially it's just basically copy and paste, right, onto just a new system essentially. And a lot of the move sets, though I haven't seen those moves in PSO2, they could take a lot of the old PSO2 moves because it's only 1,000 years in the future. So I mean, they could maybe just revamp a lot of the moves, make the moves look a little bit better, move a little bit better. But for the time being, we're gonna just go with the bad on this, and with the braver, and we're just gonna say the braver is extremely clunky, limited moves. The moves that are set for it are extremely bad. Like, there's maybe like 1 or 2 moves, and they're hidden within the subset of moves that you have to, or a subset of buttons that you have to in a way hit correctly in order to be able to do said combo. So there's only like 1 or 2 moves that the braver has. I'm expecting the archer portion of it to do a lot better versus the katana version, just because the katana version right now is extremely weak. Extremely weak. And hopefully katana combat will make it better. Hopefully katana combat will at least make it a little bit better. Just because with the move sets for it are just atrocious. It's just bad. Like, no moves to chase after the enemy. I mean, granted, we can run now. We can actually legitimately run, but I mean, like, that's kind of what brought the appeal of PSO2 with the braver, the bouncer, and all the rest of them, was just that they had moves that essentially helped you move faster. Like, not only were they moves for you to be able to devastate your enemies with, but they were moves to help you be able to traverse the map fast. So even though we can run, why we don't have a move like that is beyond me. I'm hoping in the later updates that they do bring out more photon arts, just because you know, they're hurting. You know, this game is hurting for more content, especially in the art of the katana for the braver. I'd have to say that the braver in its current state right now is probably the worst class out of all the classes. Like, I would have to say, like, I would rather main hunter than main braver, and that's saying a lot, just because I main braver even with all the other new classes that had dropped back in PSO2. I stuck with braver just because that's my class. But currently, in its current form, it's probably the worst. So let's go with the ugly. Now with the ugly, it's still I want to say that. So with the katana reach is absolutely abysmal. Absolutely abysmal. Like, there's absolutely, like, I haven't seen anything that gave you any type of reach or anything for your character's weapon. And if I'm not mistaken, back in PSO2, you had that option of being able to help the reach of your weapon. So that's definitely probably one of the worst things, because I'm just, and a lot of these clips, or a lot of the clips that you're seeing, you'll see a lot of times I'm missing the enemy, just because I'm just so used to, I guess, my guy tracking the enemy and going towards the enemy, versus me having to manually go towards the enemy, or essentially my move home and on the enemy. So I definitely say that's probably a negative, a big ugly with the braver. Also, another ugly is with the photon arts. The photon arts, they need more. They need better photon arts for the braver, just because the braver is severely lacking in this game. Another thing with the ugly is the XP. When you're I want to say probably like 1 to 15. It's probably like the hardest thing. Like, they don't have like nothing like to help boost your XP gaining, as far as like being able to pop something. Like in PSO2, you could pop, you know, XP booster, and you could boost. Haven't seen that. Or at least, let me not say I haven't seen it. I haven't looked for it. But I'm probably going to try out the Archer version of the braver probably next. Just to see how the DPS is, how the movement is, all that jazz. So I'm going to try not to give up on the braver. I'm going to try to stick with it in one way or another, as far as just the braver as a whole. Now, the good with the braver is that surprisingly enough, it looks dope. It still looks dope. Still looks dope. It definitely has a few area moves that it has to be able to hit multiple enemies. You just got to be able to hit the right combination to be able to get it. As far as with the braver, definitely has potential. Definitely has potential as one move that he has, like, that basically, like, it's like basically him throwing the slashes. So essentially, like, he throws the slashes in front of him, and it does like a whole bunch of repetitive hits in a focused area. So I'm definitely hoping that he has more focused, stronger versions of those moves, or of that move and other moves in the later updates. I want to say another good with the Braver, at least with the katana. I don't really know anything. I don't really know anything else as far as good. I'll probably do like a refresh of the good and the bad and the ugly with the Braver, probably with a lot of stuff. I'll probably make this a series, the good and bad and the ugly, just because I like breaking it down. I like breaking it down and doing this. If you like me breaking it down, leave a like on the video, smash that like button, subscribe for more PSO2 videos. I'm your boy Yinko, because you know your boy Yinko got you. And as always, peace out.